Hi, this is LuckGod. I have a 75 point bat rep for you today. It's Nemo2 versus Terminus. The scenario is breakdown from the 2017 Steamroller CID week 1, so subject to change, but this is my first game trying out the new scenarios, so I'm quite excited to see how they go. So on the Cygnar side, I've been trying out Nemo2 recently. He was my second ever caster back when I first got into the game, and I have a bit of fondness for him, so I tried trying out giving him a go in Mark III, see how he goes. I'm running him in the heavy metal tier. He has a Squire, Dynamo, 2 Centurions, 2 Reliants, and a Lancer in his Battlegroup. And then he has Arlan Strangewayes, Journeyman Warcaster with a Firefly, and a minimum unit of Mechaniks. And my opponent is running Lich Lord Terminus in the Ghost Fleet tier. He has 3 Deathrippers and a Stalker in his Battlegroup. He has a Wraith Engine, Captain Rengrave, the Hellslinger Phantom, a Pistol Wraith, a max unit of Blackbane's Ghost Raiders, and then 3 min units of Revenant crew with rifleman attachments to fill out the points. He is using a Croak Hunter as a proxy for the Hellslinger. He won the roll to go first, so I picked the side with the wood to stop him from being able to hide his caster behind it. So Cryx turn 1, Terminus cast Malediction on himself and then charged up the board. The Hellslinger solo and a bunch of the Ghost Raiders run into the trench on the right. All the Revenant crew units run up, and then the Wraith Engine runs up towards the left-hand zone, and the Stalker runs up behind the wood on the right. Cygnar turn 1, I run up the Lancer to be within 5 of the Stalker, because it has stealth. I've lost way too many casters and important solos to these annoying light warjacks. So Nemo activates and boosts to hit with an electrical blast into it, needing a 8 to hit. He hits and I boost damage. I think I take out a system or 2, but more importantly, it disrupts it. Nemo then casts Polarity Shield on the Lancer to keep it a little bit safer. Both Centurions walk up and use Polarity Shield. The Reliants both walk up and shoot, and one of their AoE scatter because they're well out of range, but one of them scatters into some pirates, killing 4 of them in Rengrave. But Rengrave uses Call to Sacrifice to have one of the pirates that died from the blast anyway to die instead of him. The electrical AoEs from these shots remain in play, and that combined with the rough terrain should hopefully slow the pirates down a little bit. Junior stays back outside of the 20-inch threat from a CRA from the rifleman. Losing Junior this early will really cost me, so his Jackie is out of control, but I think it's worth the payoff. So Cryx turn 2. All of the pirates I killed come back. Terminus upkeeps Malediction on himself. The Stalker moves up to jam my Centurion to make it harder for me to get into the zone. The Ghosts on the right flank round a little bit, but contest all the way around the edge. The Hellslinger solo stays in the trench, ready to score if I don't contest. The Wraith Engine tows the back edge of the left-hand zone, threatening anything that I put into contest that zone. All of the units of pirates move up, slowed a bit by having to avoid my electrical AoEs and the rough terrain. They CRA into the Lancer and do a few points of damage to it. One of his Deathripper arc nodes runs up onto the hill on the left, and then Terminus walks up and boosts an Annihilation into Junior, which hits, but he doesn't have any focus left to boost the damage, and Junior survives with 3 points of health. He then rolled damage on the Gobber and the human mechanic, and rolled really low and didn't kill either of them. But this was a slight error. I've looking into Terminus's card while writing this. Malediction doesn't actually do blast damage, so it should have just been a POW 10, which would have easily killed them both and given him a couple of souls. So little mistake there. So Cygnar turn 2. I've got the whole Cryx army barreling down on me, and I really doubt my ability to kill all of these pirates that keep coming back. So Nemo drops Polarity Shield from the Lancer and takes a point of focus from the Squire. We measure, and the Firefly is exactly 11 inches from Terminus, so it walks up to be within 5 of him, so I get the +2 damage for electrical attacks from ionization ability. He then shoots one of the pirates and gets 3 leaps. All 4 of the pirates that it leaps to have to take tough rolls, and 3 of them make their tough rolls but are knocked down. The Lancer then walks up and stabs one of the knockdown pirates, ending him. And Nemo2 then activates and casts an electrical blast at Terminus, needing a 7 to hit. He hits and boosts damage, doing some damage to him. The blast damage from this hits 2 pirates and either kills or causes them to take tough checks. He casts a second electrical blast, again hitting and boosts the damage, doing some more damage. Nemo's then run out of focus, so he draws all of the focus from his Warjack's power up back onto himself using his focus matrix special rule. This brings him back up to 6 focus. He then casts another electrical blast, but this time he boosts to hit and hits, and then boosts damage, which does enough to force a tough check on Terminus, which Terminus passes. Nemo then feats, giving all of his Warjacks 3 focus. One of my Reliants walks up and shoots one of the pirates that's near Terminus, boosting to hit. It hits and kills the pirate. The Reliant boosts blast damage on Rengrave and Terminus. The boosted blast damage does nothing to Terminus, but causes Rengrave to use Call of Sacrifice to kill a nearby pirate. The second Reliant walks up and boosts to hit into the last pirate within Terminus' sack pawn range. It easily kills this pirate, leaving Rengrave as the only sack pawn target left. Dynamo then walks up and shoots Terminus, who sack pawns it to Rengrave, who fails his tough check. Then Dynamo's second shot kills Terminus for a Cygnar victory. So I think my opponent underestimated Nemo2's spell slinging potential. Electrical Blast being an AoE meant that damage to Terminus also was removing some of his sack pawn targets for later, whilst it did enough damage to kill Terminus outright. It was quite lucky to hit 2 of the unboosted 7s. The AoE from the Reliant's gun was really key to the victory in this game. If it wasn't for that, he would have been able to get a lot more of his pirates within sack pawn range, and I think that would have put the assassination off the table, really. It was a little bit disappointing that I didn't really get to see how the scenario works. I think the Centurions could have been able to stall it out for a while, but I really think Nemo's the weak link, and they would have likely killed Nemo a few turns later. So, thanks for watching. I hope to have more bat reps out soon. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. If you enjoyed the bat rep, please leave a like. And if you have any feedback or comments or questions, drop a comment below.